What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. With this video, we are jumping into more of the X-Force with issue number 27. If you did not catch the X-Force Annual, if you didn't catch Marauders issue number 1, be sure to check out the links in my description as well as the top of this video. It's gonna get you completely caught up on everything that have been going on with the X-Men thus far. This story is going to be picking up after the 10 lives and deaths of Wolverine. This is the fate of Omega Red. While the Quiet Council discusses his fate, there is something else going on the island. Something has taken control of Cerebro. Be sure to buy the comic, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into issue number 27, we are picking up at cradle number 4, the Point Krakoa. We have Wolverine, who is currently mulling over everything that has been going on. This refers us back to the 10 deaths and 10 lives of Wolverine. Wolverine not sure if everything has been worth it up to this point, everything that they have gone through, suffered through, but he knows that there is something that is nesting in the shadows. With Wolverine leaving cradle 4, this is where we see it come online. The blue X, it turns red. This is CEREBRAX. Cerebro has become sentient. It has come online and it has come to slave all of mutant kind. Meanwhile, at the Quiet Council, we have Beast. Being the head of X-Force, he has come to tell them why Omega Red should be permanently deleted, because this was a coup on their timeline. This was them trying to take out Xavier. And while Russia is a very convoluted issue, when it comes to Omega Red, it is relatively simple. He came here for amnesty. They offered it to him, every generosity in return, and he betrayed them, first as an agent of the Vampire Nation, and now as a Russian spy. He is a traitor to all of them, and this is why he needs to be permanently deleted. But Beast is not the only voice for X-Force. This is where we see Sage come to the Quiet Council, with Professor Xavier saying that he will hear her out. Of course, Beast is not happy about this, saying that it is an absolute insult, that his word should be the final word. This is where Colossus steps in. Now, since he's been put on the Quiet Council, he has been very quiet. We know that he is a puppet for Rasputin, for Russia. This is all through the works of the Chronicler. The Chronicler, he works for Rasputin, telling Beast that Sage is going to get her say or they're gonna have a problem. We see Beast very quickly check himself. And this is when Sage lets us know that when they discovered that he was an agent of the Vampire Nation, they killed and resurrected him. Certain sections of his memory they had been wiped, including the interrogation. He was outfitted with a surveillance device, so he unwittingly served as a double agent. But here are the things that Beast had failed to mention. That Omega Red admitted his betrayal. He risked the pit for the truth. And he spearheaded a successful campaign against the Vampire Nation. The problem is, they never showed him any respect, any honor for doing such things, for finally doing the right thing. What they did is turn their backs on him. While she is not endorsing any of the actions that Omega Red has done, the truth is, they failed him. And she knows that it is impossible for them to start over. But making amends is the closest thing that they can do. And maybe it won't work. Maybe he will reject all of Krakoa. But if Omega Red does decide to work with them, there could be no greater and unlikely ally in the war against Rasputin. She has put together a proposal for Omega Red's resurrection. This includes upgrade to his person and would serve as a kind of peace offering to him. The council, hearing this information, they take it all under advisement. Dismissing both of them, Beast is livid because what just happened is they now doubt and distrust X-Force. This is going to lead to more oversight from the Quiet Council, and Sage, she hasn't been seeing this as a bad thing, especially after what just happened in our annual issue. Beast sent the X-Force team in knowing it was a trap, knowing that they would be tested and tortured, and so So Sage is slowly starting to believe that X-Force shouldn't be left in the shadows and left to Beast having absolute control. In the midst of their conversation, she gets a signal from one of the Cerebro helmets. There was a surge of power, and then Cerebro went offline. They call up Forge, and they have him go investigate, seeing if it needs some kind of repair or fixing, try to figure out what's going on with it. But when he gets down here, he finds that the helmet, it is missing. As Forge begins to investigate the room, this is when he gets attacked. Taking us over to the point, we have the entirety of X-Force currently meeting up discussing Omega Red. Of course, Beast wants this not to happen. Wolverine, he's really not sure about, but he is giving Sage the benefit of the doubt. Because when X-Force was originally created, they needed an intelligence unit and a field unit, a head and a mind. She is now starting to believe that maybe it also needs a heart. Maybe it needs a little bit of oversight. Domino, she is completely on board with Omega Red coming back because this is the whole point of Krakoa. Of all people, her and Wolverine, they know better than being weapons, being berserkers, massacring people, being Weapon X, so on and so forth. They know all too well what it is to be the monster. When it comes to Kid Omega, the old him, he would have definitely told them hell no. But he has been curating his own resurrection protocols, making certain modifications. He recently considered cutting Phoebe out of his mind, but then he decided the truth is better. Even if it's painful, broken bones heal stronger, and so he doesn't know. He says, why not? Give us all a chance to truly start over. And if Omega Red does decide that he is gonna go rogue, Kid Omega will just kill him and call it a day. Taking us to Black Tom. He is currently sitting here just enjoying the vegetation, listening, touching, feeling everything. This is when something is not right. Finding a chemical compound in Krakoa, he knows that this is blood. Someone is bleeding out and bleeding a lot. Heading into the same tunnel that Forge was just recently at. Going inside, what he sees is Forge tinkering away at something, trying to see if everything is alright. Forge turns around to see CEREBRAX is on his head. Black Tom, he makes a run for it. And this is what takes us to Araco. We have Beast and Abigail Brand. They are meeting up and we see them have a moment. These are two very tough individuals, but when they come together, you see a kind of softness as they embrace one another, as Abigail Brand, as a little freak that she is, touching Beast's missing eye. The two of them hold each other, with Abigail Brand happy that he came. This is when we are thrown to the Hatchery. And inside the Hatchery, we have Omega Red, who has been resurrected. Upon his resurrection, the first thing he does is target Beast. Colossus stopping everyone as they go in to try and stop him, giving Omega Red the opportunity to back down, telling him that they hope that they can really start again, giving him all of his memories. He knows everything, but they ask him to pretend that you walk through that gate for the very first time seeking amnesty, believing it is not him who requires forgiveness. He lets go of Beast and he walks out of the room. Beast looking down at the ground, we see a face in the dirt of Black Tom. Black Tom is asking for help. Minutes later, we pick up and Black Tom had brought the entire cave down on top of himself. This was his only opportunity of surviving what was coming for him. As they look around the room, what they find is Forge. But Forge is missing the entirety of the top part of his head. His entire brain has been scooped out, saying that he needs to be thrown to the front of the resurrection. What they are unaware of is that Cerebro is now sentient. CEREBRAX is making its way around Krakoa, and its intentions are to enslave the entire island. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now, I really enjoyed this issue because we're really focusing on Sage and Beast. Their relationship has been bending a lot lately. Sage is starting to question everything Beast has been doing, working in secret, not telling the Quiet Council, having his own agendas. She's believing that their lack of oversight is going to lead to more corruption, that is going to lead Beast down a darker path than he's already been going. And while he says he's doing this for all of mutant kind, she can't help but think that he has his own plans and agendas going at play. And his little meetup with Abigail Brand, this only goes further to proving that point, because Abigail Brand, she's been working in the background and she really couldn't care less about mutant kind. She has no real connections to any of it. What she cares about is herself. She is self-motivated in everything she does, and while she portrays herself as some great warrior for Krakoa, the truth is, she is one of the furthest things from it. So if Abigail Brand and Beast really have this unique bond, what are they working on together? What are they keeping in secret? And while this is all super important to what is going to be coming next, their current threat is CEREBRAX. With Cerebro becoming sentient, no one really understanding how this was even possible. Much like the Phalanx, it is seeking to assimilate everybody on the island, to take control of everybody. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by hitting the Super Thanks button. This button will let you donate directly to the channel, and every little bit helps us out. If you can't do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and until the next breakdown.